So we're set up and ready to rock and roll. I'm solo today. I got my silver truck here with the Hunter's dump trailer behind it. We're going to be blowing chips into it again today. 5500 sitting over there. There's my Ranger. This happens to be right here by my house. My house is just right over there. My property joins this trailer park here. So the game plan is to take those two cherry trees down there, get them on the ground, get them cleaned up, chip them. And this happens to be a really good friend of mine I graduated school with and all through school. So I've got permission from him to drop them onto his property and then get them over here into the chipper and run them through the chipper. So I'm gonna put ropes in both of these and pull them over because they're jammed right up against these trailers here. And just to be on the safe side, these little trees are, when I get up here and get started cutting on them, they're a little bit wonky, if you want to say it that way. This one here, the base of it's okay on it. This, you wouldn't want to cut it up there because of that. The base will be all right. This one here, thank goodness it's leaning like it is, because I think what I'll probably do on it is I'll just, well, it's got enough meat on it, I can bore it. It'll be all right, I'll be able to bore it. But you got to be careful with these, because see, this one here has got all the hollow in it there. So let's get started. All right, I've already thrown my throw line up. So even though this tree has obvious lean to it coming back this to the right where I'm standing, there's a couple of limbs that are running back the opposite direction over the trailer, probably 30-35 feet. And sometimes those limbs like that can counterweight what's going on the other side of the tree. So rather than trying to just chance it or anything like that, the best thing to do is always spend the extra time to be on the safe side, put a rope in it and get a rope up. That way you guarantee what you want that tree to do before you ever stick a saw in it. I just tied a running bowline and canopy anchored it up there is what I just did. So it's tied all the way. The tree has no choice but to come down, because otherwise I'd have to put a throw line up in it and go get the rope. Now I'm probably going to put a redirect out there on this oak. There's a big oak out there in David's yard. And I just set the mini over here, and then that way I won't even have to get out in the yard to pull the tree. It ain't gonna take much just a little persuasion is all, just some insurance just to make sure it goes where I want it to go. So I decided to just go ahead and throw a throw line up in this one to get it out of the way too while I had it out. Right, so we're good on that one now. So the thing about rigging and tree work, you can't have too much gear. There's no such thing as too much gear. I think the more you've got, the better off you are, because you have so many more options. I've got quite a few blocks, serious blocks. Some people call them pulleys, that I can do endless things with. So I could go to that tree and then go to that other tree over there on the right. I got all kinds of options. This rope here that I'm about to attach in this block here is 200 foot. It's just a 1/2 inch stable braid right there. But you on rigging, you're only limited by your imagination. There is an insanely endless amount of ways that you can do things, and like I said, you're only limited by your imagination. So I'm gonna come back over here. Pull from over here. with the Mini. So I got a running bowline up there at canopy anchor. Comes down to David's big oak with a redirect on it, a block. That's that small block, that one that's rated 21,000 pounds. And then the line comes all the way back right there, the Mini. I'm on the gravel and don't even have to be in a yard. I just got a little bit of pressure on it. I just moved it just a little bit. The tree would probably naturally fall, but you got to take into consideration that limb right there that's sticking back off the back, you know, 30 feet. So that could affect it a little bit. This way right here, it guarantees the tree to go that way. So let's put her on the ground. Running the 562 today for the Husky fans out there. 24-inch car. Okay, so y'all meet Jordan. Jordan come out, he lives in the trailer right there, and I'm like, Jordan, you gotta move, buddy. He's over there tearing that sandwich up. So I just a little bit, I'm sitting over there fooling with this tree, you know, and I'm watching him, watching what I'm doing, and I told him, I said, dude, you want to help me some? He said, yes, sir. I want to help. I want to help you make a little money. I said, okay. All right. So I ended up bringing him up to speed, man. He's done helped me on a couple of different jobs now, and it kind of worked out pretty cool. You can see me talking to him, but so hang tight. So if you'll notice, this tree is sitting on that hinge right there, and you can see it's already starting to split. I didn't want to cut no more of it because I've done that before on trees like this, and they go either left or right on me, do something crazy. My favorite thing is just to grab them and pull on them and just bust them, just like this right here. Let it go on. That way it guarantees that stays latched. There's no danger of anything or nothing, you know, nothing crazy happening, because the goal is to get that thing on the ground right there and then deal with it afterwards. And old Jordan, he's still tearing that sandwich up, but y'all watch what he does in a little bit in this video. It's pretty impressive. As you can see how rotten it was right there. I left that hinge thick. Now I'm gonna cut some of it up. I'm gonna cut up with the 550 XP Mark II. All right, right here I've given Jordan a crash course on the chipper, and I've got my other helmet on him where he and I can talk back and forth, and I'm gonna just kind of work him up to speed on it and train him and see how he does. time explaining to him how the controls work, how to work the yoke on it, because I'm ready to send some big wood in there now, and showing him how it opens the yoke on it, where he can hold it open, where I can get the stuff started in there. Jordan did a good job for me, and I'm going to use him more in the future as I work these jobs, because he can help me on doing the raking up and kind of tightening up and stuff like that. And he learns pretty quick, and it gives him something to do also. So him kind of messing with it there. You know, there may be people watching this video right now freaking out because I've got a 14-year-old young man around me with a chipper. And, you know, maybe so, but also you got to consider the things that are going on right now. The kids that are not doing anything, that are sitting in there playing video games on the couch, whatever. And I've got this young man out working and teaching him, you know, a skill or a trade on this stuff right here. And, you know, who knows what he may do. It may not do anything for him. And then again, you know, it may do something for him. And so anytime I've got an opportunity to work with somebody like Jordan, man, I'm going to jump on it and take a bull by the horns and let her rip. So I got Jordan here helping me. I got him suited up, got him some gloves, and got him his helmet on where he can talk back and forth. Same thing on this one. Hooked to the mini right here. Line goes out to the redirect out there on that oak. And then it's back up in the top of that cherry on a running bowline right there. We're gonna set you down right here and let you watch. So notice, even though I've got that line pulled on that tree, that limb that goes over the trailer is keeping that tree from going on over. And I had to get on the Mini and pull it on over.
Just stand back right there.
I absolutely love this chipper. Since this video was shot, I have got the chipper all lettered up. I took the Bandit stickers that are on the chute up there, I took them off, removed them. I've got my number on there, and I've got it lettered with Miss Piggy on it too. I've got it, it's all fixed up, and I'll be showing that here before much more longer, and let y'all see what it all looks like now. And I've also got the electric jack. I finished rewired it completely there yesterday and got it all fixed up too. Jordan says, Mr. Tim, that thing just deletes that wood. And he's right. So my dump trailer, an update on it. I should be getting a call on that thing any day now. I talked to him the 1st of July, and I'm going to talk to him tomorrow. And like I said, I should be getting a call on it that it's ready to go any day now. What I'm doing right here is I'm explaining to Jordan that stuff right there, use a push stick to push it in. That's how I teach. I like to teach with real life stuff. So all these limbs don't matter on this stuff. I just take the grapple and crush them up a little bit to where it'll kind of crunch them down. And man, I send them right through the chipper. If something hangs, I just back it up and deal with it, whatever I need to, if I need to trim something off. But I try it like this first and let her go. So dump trailer's getting pretty full. I need to go dump it, but it's one of those deals, man. I want to get that last piece in there. So the bed of my truck's catching a good many of them chips, so it's all good. So this cherry tree right here wasn't even in the deal. I didn't even price it or anything. I walked by that thing and I said, dang, I said, that tree needs to come down too. So I sent a video to the guy that's over this, him and his wife, and I said, look, I said, I'm fixing to go ahead and cut this other one while I'm here and just be done with it. Whatever's whatever. You know, I wasn't worried. I was going to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Because the tree needed to come down. So I didn't even quote them a price on it and didn't even ask or nothing. And when they paid me, they compensated me. Look at all the rock coming out of it right there. All that black, that's rock coming out of it. They more than compensated me for taking this tree down right here. And that's the way I like it, like that right there. I mean, I even if they didn't pay me, I wasn't worried about it. I wanted Jordan and them in their place right there to be safe, because this thing was rotten as dirt here. still have the trigger left on this tree. I just snap the trigger with the Mini is what I do. I just grab it and shove it where it pops that trigger and lets it go. So watch, that way the tree just sits there. See, I popped it and it goes down. That entire tree was rotten as dirt right there. All I'm doing is just taking these trees once they hit the ground. I'm just cutting them up in just a few pieces, taking the big limbs out of them and just feeding it straight in the chipper. It's made my life so much easier doing it this way. It is nuts. The mini excavator, rotoback grapple, and the chipper, and then once I get my dump trailer, I will be set. So I dumped all these cherry chips down here at my house and down there at my shop, and those things smell so good. Goodness gracious, you walk down there after rain has happened, and all you smell is that cherry aroma. And then I saved a bunch of the chunks too. I got some friends who wanted some cherry to smoke with or cook with, and man, that stuff smells so good and it chipped up like that.